Okay, here is the Radio Shack. Turn that down a little bit. Here's the Radio Shack handheld scanner. It's a 200 channel scanner. I purchased this scanner last spring for the Sprint Cup race out at Texas Motor Speedway. I've used it less than 10 times. When I first bought it, I programmed it. It's non-trunking, so you won't get it doesn't get Mesquite PD. It does get Dallas though. So I got it out and programmed it and listened to it a few times and then packed it away and took it to the race with me. Bought the frequency sheet out at the racetrack and programmed in all the channels, and it didn't perform as expected. I will admit that. It didn't perform as expected. It picked up the cars fine, but for some reason it wouldn't pick up the TV broadcast. And that's what I like here. I like, there's so much going on at the race. I like listening to the TV broadcast to kind of, point things out that I might miss. So unfortunately it didn't perform as expected at the racetrack. So it's not a race scanner. I wouldn't suggest taking it to the race, but sitting around listening to it, finding out what's going on in Dallas, it's addicting. I mean, I have it turned on right now and something's going down and it's kind of interesting to follow. The few times I had it on before, if you're a scanner buff, I mean, I'm preaching to the choir here, but if you've had it on before, you usually hear news events before it comes on the news at 5 o'clock. So they have something going on in an apartment complex right now. But, it's practically new. I have all the packaging. And all the manuals. If you're not familiar with scanners. Oh, another thing is I programmed it, and I've had it in the box since the race last April. Plugged it in and everything. I didn't have the batteries hooked up or anything, and it stored everything. Turned it right on and everything was programmed. In case you don't want to program it, it has pre-programmed channels. Here it has fire, it has air, it has police, emergency, it has marine. Not that there's any shipping channels around here or anything. So there's Lake Ray Hubbard, but it has that in case you need it. It has weather. Everything's pre-programmed in. Or you can program it yourself. I didn't have much experience with scanners, but it's really simple to program. Basically, if you can program an alarm clock to wake you with music or the buzzer, you can program this. It's that easy. It really is. It's just a matter of punching in numbers and getting them right. So, it's foolproof, which is great for me. Just sitting here listening to it, it's definitely addicting, that's for sure. It's a good unit, but what I decided is I'm going to sell this and I'm going to buy a race scanner because that's the primary use I'll have for it is at the racetrack. I have all the Dallas PD program. If you need frequencies, you can find them. There's websites you can find the frequencies on. But I'll go down the list of features here. It's a non-trunking scanner. You have 200 channels of memory. Frequency storage, you have 200 channels. The frequency coverage is 29 to 54 megahertz FM, 108 to 136 megahertz FM, and 380 to 512 megahertz. So it has a pretty broad range. When I wait to 36, well, I guess I can't get 105.3. I can't get 105.3 the fan on here, so it doesn't necessarily pick up the FM broadcast, but it kind of works around that. I don't know much about these scanners. I kind of understand the frequency ranges and things like that. And the frequency ranges at the track fall well within that range, but I just could not get the TV broadcast, and that's the only thing. The car-to-car, yeah, I got that fine. Both channels, Sprint and Nationwide, I got all of that. So if you just like listening to the cars, it'll be fine. If you want to hear the radio broadcast, I couldn't get that, so I'm going to go with the racing scanner. So you got the light here. There's the back light right there. I have the power supply. I have the power supply and all the connections. There's you can hook rechargeable batteries to it, and I believe if you have the power plug in, it automatically recharges the batteries. So it's a good unit, good solid unit for a good deal. Just sitting here listening, it's addictive, that's for sure. But I'm gonna pack it up.
Can you see it all down this fence line?
Still in the packaging, still have the manuals and everything. I'm going to pack it up just like I bought it.
Okay, I want to try to get a spot to see it on the fence line.
And you can purchase this at www.mesovirtualsales.com.